Why do we work hard to solve small problems? Why do we reinvent ourselves and our clients over and over? And why are we giving away marketing strategy for free? It's time to bring home bigger paychecks. It's time to create the lifestyle we deserve and to make a greater impact. This is the Fractional CMO Show, and I'm Casey Stanton. Join me as we explore this growing industry and learn to solve bigger problems. Hey, it's Casey here, and I want to talk to you about a simple idea that applies to marketing, but it supports the other department in the company, which is sales. And this is kind of namely in a B2B space, okay? So if you're a B2B marketer, you've got to appreciate this term. This term is forward pipeline. You want your sales team to have a forward pipeline so they can have proper sales forecasting of what's to come. So what's a forward pipeline? It's simple. We can think of a business that sells widgets to an organization, to different companies in a sector. Maybe they're selling office equipment. Maybe they're selling telephony stuff. Maybe they're selling Wi-Fi and connectivity devices. Whatever it is. If you're serving a company like that, kind of a traditional, maybe like OEM that sells hardware or services, like installation services, what you want to be able to do is you want to create a forward pipeline with the help of the sales team. So think about how long a sales gestation is for that client of yours. It might be 30 days, but more likely it's 6 or 12 months. Why? Because there is a long period of RFPs to collect proposals, and then once you have the RFP, then you have to go through an approval process and interview vendors and figure out, who they want to work with. And then ultimately, if they choose your client, you're going to go through the process of then doing the build out. And if this is like a real build out, there's going to be the design stage, and then there's going to be like the purchasing and procurement stage, and then there's going to be the installation stage. And that's a lot of time. So what you want to do is say the gestation is 6 months from initial sales conversation to deal signed, not service complete, but just deal signed. Let's just say it's 6 months. Maybe that's kind of likely for your niche. You just want to have a pipeline. You want to be able to look and say, what's going to happen in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 and 5 and 6 months? Do we have enough new blood coming in to be able to replenish our pipeline, or is the pipeline atrophying? Is the pipeline growing stale? Is it shrinking? Did the team go out to a big event last month and bring in a bunch of new leads, and we think in 6 months we're going to get a bunch of deals closed as a result? Or has marketing not been prioritized and you've been too busy kind of leading collateral campaigns, which maybe are necessary, so the sales team has collateral to kind of display, but it's not really driving business, and it's drying up your forward pipeline. Forward pipeline is one of those things that's like, it's not marketing's role, but marketing can see it. They can appreciate the numbers on it, and then they can start doing what they can to top of funnel, start bringing in new leads. So if you look at the forward pipeline, and let's just say you're having a really strong month right now, but it looks like the pipeline's pretty dry for the next 6+ months, you should start getting worried that you're going to go through a tough time in the business. So you should start banging on the doors of the sales team and talk to the person in finance or the CEO or whomever and say, like, guys, we need to build this pipeline. The sales team is just too busy servicing the sales. Maybe they're working through the final stages of signing deals, and the salespeople are thrilled because this is maybe when their bonuses kick in. Right? They're like, oh, it's end of quarter. I'm just signing this big deal. I'm going to get my commission. Everything's great. Yeah, you're happy for them, but you also need to make sure that you're not blind to what's going to happen in 2, 3, 6 months down the road because there's no fresh blood coming in. So you need to get a dashboard that you're able to look at. And ideally, you look at it once a week. Worst case, you look at it once a month, and you see how many leads came in over the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days? What are the different stages of them? Are they converting at the rates that they should from an MQL to an SQL to a proposal delivered stage to a negotiation stage to a sign stage? Are all those things working as they should? Yeah, you could say, Casey, this should be sales job. And it should be, but if they're blind to it because they're too busy servicing their clients, you're going to find yourself looking bad. You're going to find yourself looking like you're not a team player. So you got to have this dashboard. Just have it. Maybe you create the dashboard yourself. And I can't tell you how many times this has happened. I've worked in organizations, or CMOs at the CMOX Accelerator have worked in organizations, and they've had to create systems and processes and dashboards outside of the marketing department to support the organization at large because the organization doesn't have them. The CMO sees it, they understand the need for it, they roll that out, they kind of give that and say, you have to manage based on this because it's dangerous if you don't. And then those later get adopted by those different departments. So forward pipeline, critically important to your success, to the business's success, and it shows obviously that you're a leader, which is a big deal in a business. There's maybe a little bit of politicking that you want to play about not stepping on sales team's toes, but if you're seeing the data and you're seeing that lead flow is diminished and in a few months things are going to be bad, you got to get on top of it ASAP. So set an outcome goal, make a timeline, get dashboards created, start tracking the data and being able to respond to it with new marketing campaigns, asking for an increased budget, whatever's needed. We've got dashboards and strategies like this inside of the CMOX Accelerator. If you're interested in learning more, seeing if our tools and worksheets and processes and our training calls and our live coaching calls are helpful for you to attract, convert, and serve high-paying clients as a fractional CMO, where you charge $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000 a month or more as a fractional CMO, just book a call with my team. Head over to cmox.co/call, cmox.co/call. Book in a time with the team, ask some questions, they'll ask you some questions, make sure that we can help you, and if we can, then we'll share what that would look like. All right, I wish you all the best. Talk to you soon. Thank you for joining us for today's show. For more information and episodes, visit our site at fractionalcmoshow.com. Go ahead and punch that like and subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. It means a lot, at least to my mom.